Okay, what if the universe recycles itself? I mean, really recycles. What if the end of something, say a star collapsing, is literally the beginning of something new somewhere else? Today, we are going to go on a pretty wild ride, from a simple balloon all the way to one of the most brain-twisting shapes you can imagine, to explore this idea of a totally self-sustaining cosmos.
So, to get started, let's ask a pretty simple question. It's one cosmologists have used for ages to help us wrap our heads around the whole expanding universe thing. What if? What if everything we see, all the galaxies, stars, and planets, is just living on the surface of a giant, inflating balloon? Yeah, this is the classic balloon analogy. Just picture it. You draw a bunch of dots on a balloon to represent galaxies. As you blow it up, every single dot moves away from every other dot. And here's the clever part. There's no center of the expansion on the surface itself. It's happening everywhere at once. Our huge, three-dimensional space is basically the two-dimensional skin of this cosmic balloon.
And for a simple model, it works surprisingly well. It shows that expansion is happening uniformly everywhere. It gets rid of that pesky question, where's the center of the universe? And it introduces this really weird but important idea, a universe that has a finite size but has no edge you could ever fall off. It's a fantastic starting point.
But here's where we take a huge leap of imagination. What if this balloon isn't a completely sealed-off system? What if it has a valve, a little connection to, well, something else? And what if the most bizarre, most mysterious things in the entire cosmos, black holes, are those valves? I mean, think about it. This one idea plugs right into some of the most advanced theories out there. Maybe a black hole is a wormhole, a shortcut to another universe. Or maybe it's a kind of funnel where all the stuff it sucks in gets used to seed a brand new Big Bang somewhere else. Or maybe, just maybe, it's a tiny leak into a whole other dimension we can't even perceive. And right here, this is where our simple analogy starts to break down. Because this idea of a valve, a connection to an outside, it forces us to ask the one question the balloon model just can't handle. Exactly. What is outside the balloon? Another dimension? A sea of other balloon universes? Just nothing? The analogy gets us this far, but then it hits a wall. It creates this problem that physics has a really hard time explaining. So we need an upgrade. So let's do it. Let's move from Universe version 1.0 to Universe 2.0. We're going to trade in our simple, easy-to-picture balloon for something, well, something way more mind-bending, the Klein bottle. See, where the balloon has a clear inside and outside, the Klein bottle just doesn't. It doesn't ask the outside question. It makes it totally irrelevant. Okay, hang with me here. Imagine our 3D universe is just the surface of a 4D Klein bottle. It's a shape that does this incredible trick where it twists and passes through itself in that higher dimension, and here's the absolute key. The inside and the outside are connected. They're actually the same thing. The whole universe becomes this one, single, self-contained loop. There is no outside. And this is what that means for a black hole. It's not a puncture, it's not a hole leading out of the universe. Get this, a black hole is just a fold in the very fabric of the universe itself. It's a spot where space-time literally bends around through a fourth dimension and reconnects with itself somewhere else. So, if this new shape is the hardware, let's look at the operating system. How does a Klein bottle universe actually work? Because this isn't just about cool geometry, it's about a whole new function. It's about a great cosmic recycling program. And the process is just beautiful. Step 1, matter falls into a black hole. Ingestion. Step 2, it's not destroyed. It's transformed, broken down into its most basic ingredients, what you could call prime matter and energy. Step 3, this stuff gets transported along that fold we talked about, the neck of the bottle. And finally, step 4, it gets reintroduced somewhere else entirely, ready to start the whole cycle all over again. So what's this reintroduction point? Well, physics actually has a name for it, a white hole. It's the perfect opposite of a black hole. If a black hole is a one-way street in, a white hole is a one-way street out. It's the exhaust pipe on this cosmic engine, just spewing out recycled matter and energy to form new stars, new galaxies, new everything. So the takeaway here is huge. This model gives us a cosmos that's complete, eternal, and totally self-sufficient. Nothing is ever really lost, and nothing is ever really new. It's just endlessly, perfectly transformed. But, to really wrap your head around a concept this big, physics alone might not be enough.
This is where the math meets metaphysics, where the science meets a bigger vision. And this quote, well, it really gets to the heart of it, doesn't it? To truly understand something like a 4D Klein bottle universe, our normal, logical way of thinking just isn't going to cut it. You have to break the dome of your own imagination to see what's beyond.
So we've got the physics concept down, right? The white hole. It's this cosmic fountain, a source where new matter and energy just erupts out and kicks off a whole new cycle of creation.
And now, check out this parallel. In this visionary way of thinking, the pineal gland, what some spiritual traditions call the third eye, is the white hole inside of us. It's a symbol for our own personal connection to that same creative cosmic source, the macrocosm perfectly reflected in the microcosm.
For thousands of years, we've had a symbol for exactly this kind of system, the Ouroboros, the snake eating its own tail. It's the perfect ancient symbol for our Klein bottle universe. One single, closed, eternal loop.
But this vision asks us to break even that symbol. It's not just one snake in one loop. Imagine a snake vomiting another snake, which vomits another on and on, forever. It's fractal. It shatters the simple symbol and replaces it with something infinitely more alive, more creative.
So suddenly, we're not just looking at one big cosmic recycling plant. We're looking at an infinite cascade of realities, all nested inside each other, branching off from each other, but all regenerating within one single, grand system.
And where does that leave us? Well, it leads to the ultimate conclusion. If the universe is a single, interconnected, self-referential system, then the line between you, the observer, and the universe, the observed, just dissolves. You aren't just a speck in the universe, the entire universe is also in you. Which leaves us with one last big question to think about. We started this journey with physics, with balloons and geometry, and we've ended up talking about the very nature of consciousness. So, what happens to our understanding of, well, of everything when our best science and our deepest philosophy start telling us the exact same story?